everybody. Happy Tuesday. We're going to do a little reading lesson today. So I picked a book, Waiting is Not Easy, because we're talking about characters in today's mini lesson. And I thought that we would talk about some characters that you already know very well. But to start off, we'll do a little read aloud just to familiarize you with Piggy and Gerald. And as I read this, really try to pay attention to things that you can say about Piggy and things that you can say about Gerald. Because we're going to talk about what we learn about these characters and what we already know about these characters when we do our little activity here today. So this one is called Waiting is Not Easy. Gerald! I have a surprise for you. Yay! What is it? The surprise is a surprise. Oh. Is it big? Yes. Is it pretty? Yes. Can we share it? Yes. I cannot wait. You will have to. Wait, what? Why? The surprise is not here yet. So I will have to wait for it? Yes. Groan. Oh, well, if I have to wait, I will wait. I am waiting. Waiting is not easy. Piggy, I want to see your surprise now. I am sorry, Gerald, but we must wait. Groan. I am done waiting. I do not think your surprise is worth all this waiting. I will not wait anymore. Okay, I will wait some more. It will be worth it. Groan. Piggy, we have waited too long. It is getting dark. It is getting darker. Soon we will not be able to see each other. Soon we will not be able to see anything. We have wasted the whole day. Well, we have waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And for what? For that. This was worth the wait. I know. Tomorrow morning, I want to show you the sunrise. I cannot wait. There's a little pigeon down in the corner and he says, wow, at the beautiful night sky. All right, so what I wanted you guys to think about today is characters. And you might remember earlier on in the school year when we were all together, we talked about intrinsic characteristics and extrinsic characteristics. And those are two really big words, but I'll familiarize you with what they mean. Remember when we described Frog and Toad, we talked about how there's some things about Frog and Toad that we see. So some things that we see are that Frog is green and Toad is brown. And there's some things about them that we don't see. For example, Toad is kind of cranky. We would never know that by looking at his face. And Frog is a little bit more relaxed. You couldn't really tell that just by looking at a picture of him, unless they had a frown or a smile. But some things that we learn about characters are things that we can see, like how they look, and other things are things that we learn about them by getting to know them. So we'll think about both of those things as we compare Piggy and Gerald. You can probably hear my girls in the background screaming in the other room. Sorry about that. So this is called a Venn diagram. And on this side, I wrote Piggy's name. And on this side, I wrote Gerald's name. And as you can see in the middle here, it kind of overlaps. And we see the word both right here. Okay? So we're going to think about things that are unique or special about Piggy. And we're going to think about things that are special about Gerald. And then we're going to think about things that they both have in common. And things that they both have in common, we're going to write in the middle. So one thing that we know that Piggy and Gerald have in common is they're both animals. So we're going to write animals. And we don't need to write a sentence. I just wrote the word animals there. They're both animals. But they're both different sorts of animals. So we could write over on the Piggy side the type of animal that Piggy is. And obviously he is a pig and Gerald is an elephant. So let's think about what happened in the story. And if you look at the front cover, you can see that Gerald is a little bit, he looks kind of anxious or worried or stressed or kind of nervous. And those are things that we know about Gerald from having read so many books about Piggy and Gerald. We can write some of those words down about Gerald because he's very different than Piggy in that way. So he's kind of nervous. In this book, he is not very patient. He has a hard time waiting for his surprise. So the word we would use for that would be impatient. Impatient. He's impatient. And Piggy, on the other hand, is patient. He has no problem waiting for things to happen. Let's think about something else that we know is special about Piggy. Piggy seems to love surprises, doesn't he? Piggy loves surprises. And some of you might love surprises also, or some of you may have a hard time with surprises. It might be hard for you to wait for a surprise to come. You might be like Gerald. Gerald does not like surprises. He dislikes surprises. Okay? So those are things that we know about Piggy and Gerald by reading the story. And you may add, you may be able to add some more things to this list right now just by thinking about some of the other books about Piggy and Gerald that you read. Let's think about the way that Piggy and Gerald look. How do they look different? I know that Piggy is, let's find a page with Piggy. Oh look, Piggy is short and Gerald is tall. We can write short and Gerald is, oops, he is tall. He's pink and he's gray. Pink, gray. Now let's see if there's anything that they have in common. Oh, you know what I just noticed? He wears glasses and she does not. So Piggy, we'll just put that Gerald wears glasses. They both stand on 2 feet, don't they? So normally pigs and elephants do not. But in this book, that's something that's special about these characters. They stand on 2 feet. And if we think about something about their personality that they have in common, I think they're both very kind. And you can probably come up with many other things that Piggy and Gerald have in common. They are kind and they are friendly. Okay? once again, to create my Venn diagram, I've written Piggy's name at the top of one side, Gerald's name at the top of the other, and then I thought about things that were unique or special about just Piggy, things that were unique or special about just Gerald, and then things that they both have in common. And I added them to the Venn diagram. So I am going to post a book down below with 2 characters in it. I would like you to listen to the story and then create a Venn diagram of your own with the 2 characters from the story. And if you do that, please snap a photo, send it to me by email, not Miss Horseman. Make sure you send it to me, Mrs. Middleton, and middleton@hrce.ca. Thank you to all of you who have been sending your work in. I've been really enjoying reading it. Thank you to those of you who have been doing your work but haven't been able to send it in. Thank you to those of you who have been doing the work packages that come in the flyers. And you're all doing a great job. You're doing the very best that you can. And keep working hard. And we'll see you next time.